you want to marry me, you know, you better make up your mind before you ask it. And then whatever happens, you just have to push through, right? That's just the whole idea. Interesting. Thank God. It just stopped. The recording, I mean. It just stopped. I don't know even why it stopped. It might be that I actually didn't start recording it. Maybe I just have to pay attention to this now. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go here now. It's a trap. That's also what I said to him. It's kind of a trap to start filming yourself, because where do you end? Where does it end? Creating content, you know, where does it end? Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm just gonna keep recording until I'm in, you know, 2025. And then I just let that run. And I live my life next to it. And when I'm then somewhere in 2024, you know, I just record again. You know, that's the whole point, you know. You record a lot for a certain amount of time, and then you schedule it ahead. And then while you're not recording anymore, you make, you know, you progress. You do other things. You take the time to do what you wanted to do for such a long time. I don't know, maybe you go travel without the camera. Well, that's a hard one. Plus, if I keep up like a couple of months ahead of me, and I can of course always just continue to record, and I can just record and record and record and record and record and record and just keep hammering it out there, you know, just keep recording. But I'm also sure that I'm recording now a lot because I will have less to record. And that's then also the question, you know, when you're in a marriage, what does it mean? I often said that I would actually like it if the woman would want to go everywhere where I want to go. Yeah, that's a tough one. I mean, it's a nice idea. I just have the feeling I don't think that's very good. I mean, I just think that I was so pissed by women just always leaving me in the end that I just said, you know what I want now is just a woman that shuts up, walks after me, and does exactly, you know, what I want. You know, that's the kind of mindset you get into. You know, I just want someone who just follows me around, you know, like Gandhi's wife. You know, somebody that says, he's my guru. Yeah, but in a way, I also don't want that. You know, I don't want a little girl that just does whatever I want. You know, in a way, you want someone who's also a bit stubborn. But not really. I mean, I just don't want this stupid fighting all the time. But if there's no fighting, then I'll start a fight. I mean, I'm not talking about, you know, punching each other. I'm talking about fighting, you know, like spirit against spirit. Because you can't win anyway, right? I mean, for me, I've already won. And now I just have to see what I do with this. You know, I've won, with this feeling. What have I won? I don't know. I feel like I've won something, but it just, you know, sometimes I feel like it just doesn't show yet. I mean, or maybe it's already here, right? That I don't really understand. I mean, I do have an apartment and a bit of pocket money, but what have I won? You know, it's like, it's a feeling that I have. And nobody can take that away from me. I mean, they try. Like, he just said to me when I told him about the chicken, and I said, I'm gonna go to the shops and do it myself. And then he said, yeah, why don't you just go to one of these wagons and just buy one? It's already done, like, and then you get fries with it. Yeah, or I just do them myself, you dumb. I mean, that's how people are, you know. They don't want to put in the work in eating the chicken. They just want to eat the chicken. And I buy the chicken, you know, just like naked. You know, if I would have an opportunity at the moment, there's always the challenge that if you walk past people, especially people that seem a little bit aggressive, then hey, he's taking a long break.
Yo, what's up, man?
Lange Pause, Mann.
Ja, ein bisschen noch.
Ja.
Was geht?
Arbeit, was soll gehen? Ach, er redet nicht mit mir. Boah, ich bin so wichtig. Kamera. Cheers. Yeah, so there's always this bit of awkward, you know, what are you going to say? What are you going to do? And then suddenly you stand there and somebody walks past and he's got a camera. And she just talks with it like he's talking with a person, only this person cannot interfere with what I'm saying, which is the best thing in the world. And I think I just caught him cheating. You know? I don't even know what that means. But you meet people, they say, you know, they're on a holiday or they're doing whatever. And then in the end they're just... I mean, there are people that are drug dealers and they just say they do a different job. You know, I don't really understand this. You know, it's strange, but does it really make sense? I mean, I could walk here in silence, but I just like to maintain a constant flow of, you know, I'm trying to get rid of you if you didn't understand it yet. I mean, you're supposed to live your own life. You're not supposed to, you know, wait every day, you know, till my new video comes. You know, if people even would do that, at that point I can't really see it. You know, I want you to figure it out for yourself. And not just do what I'm doing, but just realize, oh wow, there's somebody who likes what he's doing. You know, what could that be for me? What could that be for me? You know, what could that be for me? You know, it's not that I really enjoy being alone. It's just that I have a lot to do at the moment. And that's the truth. You know, I am producing content, not just because it's so nice and I like it, but it's a challenge. It's a challenge, and I just want to make sure, you know, the show must go on. Because I do have the intention of being with the woman. And I have the intention of having children and such. But I want to have these things in the way that I imagine them. Which is, you know, I'd like to have an income that allows me to decide when I'm going to work and when I'm not going to work. And that's the real deal. That's the real deal, right? That's the challenge. And you either rise to the challenge or you're just a sucker like everyone else. And that's then the question you have to ask yourself. You know, what kind of person do you want to be in your life? Do you want to be, you know, what's success? I mean, I don't really like the word success. Yeah, man, cheers. But yeah, oh. You see, always a bit of weirdness. How are you doing? And like, yeah, I'm doing good. Often, I don't even ask people how they're doing. They just assume I did. You see, it's not about the words, it's about the presence in which someone, you know, engages with you. I didn't have to walk here, I just had the feeling. And I met someone, and he just appeared out of nowhere. You know, and that's about the letting go, right? I mean, I assume he still exists. Because sometimes I have the feeling if I don't go and knock at my parents' door, you know, how do I know they're still there? You know, so you just have to assume things in a way, you know, they don't just vanish. You know, I don't think you're gonna wake up one day and everything's gonna be gone. I think it's more like, you know, there are things and they are kind of solid, and that they are also kind of there, right? And You know, the part about the letting go that sometimes it feels like people don't exist is just because your mind is being drawn towards other things. And at the moment, my mind is being drawn away from, you know, not just my mind, but, you know, if I stick around with people too long, I just drift off. And then, you know, I'm just flowing. My mind and my spirit is flowing. And if my spirit is flowing towards the supermarket to buy chicken, then I'm gonna do that. But I'm gonna ask first, is that really what you want? Until the pressure builds up to such a degree that I then have to make a choice. So either I go or I don't. But already when I say to myself, I won't do it. No, I'm a vegetarian, right? I can talk myself into it. It can literally stop me from progressing. So apparently this will help me progress to somewhere else, right? Just to the next phase, just so, I buy beer. Why do I buy beer? Because it helps me to progress. It helps me to move on, to let go, because if I'm all the time just sober and I'm living my life like I know what I'm doing, right? I can never experience anything unexpected anymore. If I'm constantly walking around, I have to keep it all together, I'm just keeping it together. I don't have to do anything for that anymore. It's just it's holding itself together to some point. Because I can give myself stability simply by being here, right? Being present in this moment. And what that means is, if I'm present in this moment, I can react to what's gonna come. But I don't know what is going to come. I may have feelings and wishes and, it would be nice if that would happen. I had already so many thoughts about so much stuff. It's like, in a way you would know what it would be like to have a threesome with 2 women. But then you ask yourself, wait a second, if I'm married to a woman and let's say she wants to, or let's say I want to have a threesome. Let's say you're married or in a relationship, you want to have a threesome. You want to have a threesome with 2 women, so one other one. And your wife says, all right. But now comes the problem. Let's say she does it because she says in herself, well, if we're gonna do that, we also have to have a threesome with 2 men. Oha. Well, that already tells you if you should ask about it. Because if you go to her now and you're uncertain, you're gonna say, yeah, I would like to have a threesome with another girl. It's like, wait, what now? She probably didn't even think about it. And then she has to think about it. And let's say she agrees, but she's also not certain. And then you're gonna do it, relationship's over. So if you're uncertain in a relationship, then it's your problem to solve. You have to ask yourself, why am I uncertain? Maybe she just isn't it. Maybe there's somebody else there out there for me. If you have these thoughts and they keep coming, well, then you have to make a choice. You either say, hey, I can love her. I can try to be the best man for her. And as long as she doesn't break up, I'm just gonna stick around. And that's a challenge, of course, because who does that today still? It's not just about sticking around because, damn it, now you're stuck in it. It's also about, still doing your own thing. But come on, if you can't communicate well sexually, then why do you have to continue with this? If you still have the choice, and you can still make a move to another life, then why don't you do it? Because it takes courage to let go, and it also takes courage to hold on. And sometimes you have to do the one thing and then you have to do the other. You know, I see a lot of beautiful mothers, and then you think, oh wow, but then you just let go. And why do you let go? Because you say, well, she's already got a child. You know, I don't want a mother with a child. I mean, I want a wife, right? I want a wife because, you know, you don't go around stealing women from other men. And yeah, I just wanted someone, or want someone that's a challenge. That's all there is to it, I think.